Hello everyone! So, I wanted to show you my 2013 first Halloween album for this year. And I know it's early, but I went to Michael's the other day and they already started putting on all their Halloween stuff. So my promise to you guys was as soon as I saw my first Halloween item get put in stores that I would show you my mini album because I've been dying to show you this one. So, because of how much detail, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to jump right into showing you. I've tried recording this a few times, and it always takes about 20-something minutes, so I'm going to try and go faster. Okay, so starting off, this is 7.5, and then it's by 5.5. The width is 3 inches, and I use the paper line, the Teresa Collins Haunted Hollows. And everything on here is just things that I've collected over the years. Okay, so, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it. So I'm going to bring it up closer, and I'm sorry, this is like I'm trying to find the best way to show you. So starting off with the very top, this is just a plastic spider from one of the spiderwebs. And then I used some black mesh, and I picked this up last year from Michael's. And yes, I left some glue there because it gives it the effect of spiderwebs. So yeah, Halloween albums, I always leave the glue. These are Iamroses, and I just used some Martha Stewart stickles on there, the orange one. And I just did 3 of them. This is from K&co. This was last year, and it's called the Haunted Labels die cut stickers. Really, the stickers. I didn't realize that they were stickers. I just kind of glued it on there. My package is torn to shreds, but basically, it just has a whole bunch of different, I'm trying to open it with one hand. It just has like all the different ones, and I'm sorry about the glare. Just really cool. And so I just used stickles around there too. I did another spider over here, and then this is the Martha Stewart Puncher on the Page spiders, and I just did it in the black cardstock and then in the orange. And then for the flower here, this is just from the Dollar Tree, and I just did 2 layers of the black rose and just glued them together. This is one of the hands from Michael's from last year, and I just put a little bling on there. And I'm going to bring it in closer so you can see. I put some black lace so it makes it look like a cuff. And then I did some more tulle in the back. I added some more roses right there. And then this is just a mold that I made. I think it's, I don't know if it's Martha Stewart or if I made it from the cameo that I just had. And I just used some alcohol inks and took some black distress ink and ran it over top. Here I made a rosette out of the paper line. And then this right here is from Jolie's boutique. And what are these called? Skull cameos. And they're not a seasonal item. They're available all year round. So I picked those up at Michael's. For the side here, I just used a variety of ribbons and strings and eyelash lace and all that. So it's just a mixture. Like I have just the plain orange. I have the skull one. There's some black eyelash right there. That's hard to see, sorry. Some orange and black ribbon that I bought many years ago. Here's a Hobby Lobby trim that's like a stretchy black material. I use this later on in the book. And then basically, here, I'm going to do this so I can show you this better. Bring it up closer. So here I just took a black chain and I just used my alcohol inks and my Copics. And I just found these at Hobby Lobby in the wedding section. And I just made them so that they match the paper line. Then I took some glass bottles, and I bought these many, many years ago too. And I'm not even sure, I think I bought them at like a mom and pop shop from one of the scrapbooking stores. I just took a Martha Stewart sticker and I just cut it up and stuck it on there. It says potion. And I did some black glitter in the inside. I also did an orange one, and this one says elixir on it. And I put some orange in that one. And I just used them on some American Crafts twine. And just stuck them down that way. I did use 2 eyelets just to make sure that it didn't rip the paper line when I adhered it down. On the back, I just left it pretty much plain. Used my Martha Stewart again and the skull cameo. For the closure, I used just a black ribbon, and it's just a thin ribbon. Nothing too fancy for that one. It just opens up. And each page is themed, so this is like the spider theme. So I'm going to get it in closer. I gotta move something over here. This is my box of goodies for Halloween. Okay, so on the first page, I just used an embossing folder. This is Spiderwebs one from the Paper Studios. These are from Creative Imagination, and it's called Wicked, is a sticker sheet. So I just backed it up on some cardstock and popped it up. Here's some black bling mesh. I used my Martha Stewart puncher on the page again. Then I did a tag, or photo mat. And the stamps that are on this is from the Pink Paisley Phantom collection. And I picked that up last year at the Scrapbook Expo. This spider here is from Tim Holtz from the Candlelight Fright. And then I just did some, let's see, black bling across the top here. This is a EK Success Little Spider Punch. This is from Martha Stewart. This is from the border, the 12-inch borders, and I just cut it out. There's another Martha Stewart punch, the corner punch. I used my Martha Stewart spider punch again, the spider web punch. Some orange stickles across the top here. And then this embossing folder is the skeleton hands and spiders. So you can see I used some pearl accents on there so to give it some shine and give you a little bit more dimension. I used some Want to Scrap bling on the bottom for the swirls. I used a Recollections flower. And then in the center here I used the, what was it? Making Memories Spellbound Brad. So here's another one of the Martha Stewart little corners. This is another one of the spiders from EK Success. So that's what it looks like. And then it opens up an additional page. So basically the same thing. So let me pull it back here so you can see the whole entire spread. And then for this I just did the spiderweb punch, the bling mesh. I added in this is from the paper line, I just fussy cut that out. The big deep edge punch from Martha Stewart, and I just added bling in the centers of the spider web. Okay, and then for this page, I used another embossing folder. This one's spiders. This is part of what I showed you on the front, where it was like the spiders. That is just a 12-inch border, and I just cut it down to fit it to size. Here's the Martha Stewart punch around the page of spiders, and so I just added that there. And then each one has its own little pocket, but because it's my personal album, I'm just going to put regular pictures in there, so I didn't, fancy it up or nothing. They're just plain black mouths. Okay, so this is the next page. I get a good view of it. Okay. And so I used an EK Success bat, and I just double layered it, so it gives it movement. Down here is the Candlelight Fright. This is just the candle holder. And what I did here is I used the Distress Crackle paint, and I just put it over top of this heavyweight chipboard, and it turned it like this reddish color. So I just thought it was so cool how that worked out. Here, I'm going to bring it closer so you can see it. And then for the candle's light itself, I just put some gold stickles on there, and I heat embossed it, and it puffed it out. So it just made it look so cool. And then I just added some black shimmery bats. This one's from Recollections, and I also used it here too. And basically it's that sticky back that they used to sell. I don't know if they even sell it anymore. And I just cut it down to size, and I put it on there. This one has the crackle accents on top of it, and I just did a 1-inch punch, made the rosette, and then I also put on top of the rosette, I put some of the distress paint on there. And so that's it for that page. The next page is a tag that comes out, and I'll look at it in a second. Oops. And then I just put 3 different ribbons down here. I made a rosette, and this is from the paper line. I just cut it out and stuck it down there. And then for the tag that I added onto that page, it's very plain. I didn't do too much. I I used some chunkier glitter, and I put on the top and on the bottom, and I just glossy accent the top so it stays in place and doesn't come off, because I don't like it when you touch things and glitter comes everywhere. This was the Recollections sticky back, and I just cut it down, put it on here. I cut this out of the paper line, and I just basically did like backed it on some heavyweight cardstock. And then for the actual outside, I used my embossing folder, but I ran it through twice. So as you can see, it kind of gives it like a two-toned, and you can see it has like an embossed and debossed look to it. I just thought that was cool. And because it's just mine, it's just going to be plain on the inside. Now for some reason I did decorate one other one, which you'll see in a minute here, and I don't know why. Whatever, doesn't really matter, right? So this was like the bat page, right? Sorry about that. This is now the witch page. And on this page, I used my Martha Stewart molds and made a corner, did some alcohol inks and glossy accent on top of that. And I'm going to bring it in closer so I can show you detail. And then I just did some black little bling there, did a photo mat, and this one stays in place. Down here at the bottom, these are from Hobby Lobby. They're in the wedding section. They're like a string of just black little, I don't even know what to call them. They're just really cool. So I had a whole bunch left for my wedding, so I figured that would look really cool as like bubbles for the cauldron. So I just glued it down there. This is a Recollections flower. I did a witch in the cauldron from Martha Stewart. I put a little, it's just like a little pearl, but it's got like that etching look to it. So I figured it would be like a little bubble or lake behind her. I added some more of the little pearl things on a string. Some more here. Use some Wanta scrap bling right there. And then on this page I wanted to look like it was just kind of like bubbling across the whole entire top. So I just added them up here. I just thought that was so cute. I just hot glued it and left it all hanging down. This is a booklet that I made, and I'll show you that in a second. I also did a hidden pocket. So this comes out, and this is just a regular photo mat. Nothing special about that. And so, see, when I pulled it out, it's gone. You can't see the pocket no more. This is just one of the cutouts from the paper line. So added some Recollections, just sparkly ribbon, nothing too fancy. Down here, this was from, I believe, Martha Stewart's newest line last year that she came out with. I picked it up over at like TJ Maxx for like $1.50. So I added that down there. It kind of suits it perfectly. And then I'll show you my little booklet that I made. So this is like, you know, supposed to be like little magic spells. This is also from the Creative Imaginations paper line, or, you know, sticker sheet. And so I used it was the Phantoms by Pink Paisley, and I just stamped that all out there. That's from the Pink Paisley. This down here is from the Creepy Wine Labels from Ink Dinka Dill. And then that's from the Phantom. So I just used some just black string or ribbon, and I just made a photo mat. So it's a huge book just full of different photo mats that you can put pictures in. Has lots of room for different pictures, and you just tie it back up, and it's just nice and simple and easy. Okay, so now moving on to the next page. This one is like my skeleton, my graveyard scene. This thing's already wanting to come out. Stay in place for now, right? So with this one, I use the skeleton. Oh, my daughter downstairs. So this one, I used the skeleton, and I just backed it on some of that stretchy Hobby Lobby, just like ribbon trim that they have. And then I did a cutout from the paper line, as you can see back there. I just added some black chain, and then I just used some of my alcohol inks and did the baubles again, and I just used them so that they were red and pretty. And then for this page, this comes out, and I'll show you that in a minute. Over here, I did another photo mat, and I'll show you that with the other one in a moment. And I just took my Martha Stewart punch. This is the iron fence, and I just punched it out. On the bottom here, these are the gravestones and the tombstone. And this is like the Stampin' Punch for Martha Stewart right here. This is the emboss and cut for Martha Stewart punch. This is the same one as this. They just have 3 different ones, and these 2 are the same. So, yeah, I absolutely love those punches. They're one of my favorites. So I just made a little graveyard scene here. And then for the insides, now this one, I don't know why, but I went all out and decorated this one, but none other. I don't know. So I used my Spellbinders 18 die, and this was Inka Dinka Doo Scary Night stamp. This is from the paper line. So on this one, like, I don't know why, I told you I went all out. Let's see. So I did a finger with the pointing, the zombie virus. That one says spooky, poison. And then this is like a script from one of my stamps. That's from a Darcy stamp. So I just added that on there. Okay, and then like the back is just from the same paper line. I just folded it. The other one looks like this. This is also from the Spellbinders 18. Did black edging. And then this is from Phantom. So I just stamped that on there. And then this one is a tri-fold, but there's nothing obviously on there. Like I said, I don't know why I decorated that one tag. I don't know. Maybe I was thinking of something, just started going away with it. Okay, so this one also opens up too. So I'm going to pull it back so you can see. So this one has the 3, and this one has more tags for more pictures. So this tag, I'm going to show you real quick because I don't have to open it. It's just the paper line in the front, and then on the back, I used my Happy Hauntings embossing folder, and then I took some white distress, or not white distress, some white cat eye pigment ink, and I just ran it over the top, so it gives it like that spooky look to it. And then I took my gel pens and I just did some highlights and, you know, colored it in a little bit. So I just thought that was too neat, so I wanted to show you that. Okay, and then from the paper line, I just fussy cut this image out. And then I used some Martha Stewart, the washi tape on the bottom there. Over here, this is another tag, and since this one's easier, I'm trying to hold this. Sorry, technical difficulties here. This one is a Michael stamp that I bought from last year, and I think they put in the permanent line, and I used some textured paper just to give it some more of the grittiness. I wanted it not to be a clean stamped image. On the back, it's just plain. For here, this is another one of the Martha Stewart 12-inch borders for Halloween, and it's like a sticky sheet, so I just left the adhesive on the back, or the sticker sheet, so that it wouldn't stick anywhere, and I just cut off the sides just to adhere it. I did a recollections flower, and then in the center I used the same one. I just backed it on some white cardstock, and then that just makes it so this doesn't fall through when I go to put it in. It just kind of stays. I swear this is always so tricky. But anyways, it stays back there so it doesn't fall through. So that's it for this page. Okay, and then going to the next one. This one's like my outdoors and I don't know what you would call this one. But starting over here, I did a photo mat. I used my Martha Stewart Corners bats. And this was a punch around the page, but I could only find the corners. So it's just a regular photo mat. And then for here, as you can see with the light, I did some of my Sizzix, the Corners Flourish die, and it just gives it a little bit of phantom glossy to it. So I did on the top, and then here. See, I did on the bottom too. And it also holds the photo mat in place because it gives it more stability. I did a Recollections flowers with a flat back burl in the center. Same here. And then I did another one of my rosettes, and then this owl comes from Friskers, and it's just the owl in flight. And then in the background I just did a 1-inch circle, and I just made it look like it was like the moon. So on this page, this is a lot of different punches, but I wanted to make it look like a night scene. So I did my Martha Stewart Haunted Castle, and I just punched that out. These are from the Vampire and Bats, and so I just put them in flight all around. This is from Fiskars, and this is just like a medium tree, I think it says, or something like that on the packaging when I bought it. These are the Fiskars medium clouds, and I just put them on top there. And then the stars, and then the moon over here. This is also from a Fiskars punch, so I just put them there. And then the lace is from Hobby Lobby, and it's just a regular trim that I added onto the back. And then this opens up to have 2 more photo mats, so you can put more pictures inside. And then basically pretty much just stays closed because it is heavy, so it doesn't open. Alright, for the next page, this is my just all together general roundup. It really doesn't have too much of a theme on this one. It wasn't meant to be a theme, it just happened that way. So this is just a waterfall, and I don't know, this one wants to be stubborn. Maybe I didn't separate it enough, I don't know. But see how they all want to open at the same time? So basically, I'm just going to kind of go through and show you. Because, I don't know, this one was like my epic fail. These stamps are from the Phantom collection. Yeah, like, I don't know what happened, because I've made waterfalls before and they open fine, but this one for some reason just did not want to open. And then what I need to do is I need to put glossy accents, but I figured I would just show you before I went and did that because I would have to wait for it to dry. But with this right here, when you push it up, it keeps on catching the edge. So the easiest way to solve that is if you just put glossy accents across the whole entire top here. It just makes it for a smooth transition and goes right in. I've never had a problem once I put the glossy accents on there. So I'm just going to do this real quick and edit it out. So I'm back. Alright, now for here, I just did my labels 18 die again, and I just made 2 photo mats. Here is a Recollections flower, and what I did was, there was charms last year at Joann's, and so I just took a mold of the owl's face, and I just stuck it in the center there. I went behind the owl and added some marker, so it would give it more of like a feathered look behind the owl. Here's also another sticker from the Creative Imaginations Wicked sticker set. This was a Recollections fleur-de-lis, and there was another one right here, but I don't know if my daughter got to it or what. So I've got to find in my stash where it is, because I'm not too sure where it is right now, and put another one there. Because I don't like that it's just randomly by itself. Sorry, my daughter's downstairs. She's probably talking to the cat. Here's another one of the Recollections flowers with the owl, and then the feathered lip with the marker. And then basically that concludes the whole entire mini album, and we're to the back again. So I want to thank you so much for watching, and hopefully this gave you some inspiration. This is going to be the first of many different mini albums that I make for this year. So if you like this one, stay tuned and subscribe so you can see more that come out. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Talk to you later. Bye everyone.